So starting the test drive in the Silverado EV, standard range still has plenty of pickup, especially having the 2 electric motors here. So it's definitely not slow. Now you don't have that same that wow mode where you get that maximum output like 700 something horsepower like in the RSTs, the max range trucks, but you still have plenty to deal with here. And you know, I wouldn't shy away from this just because it doesn't have the wow mode. Now, one thing to consider is with, you know, spending another $35,000 on an RST, a max range trail boss, something like that, you get a lot more range, you get a lot more features, and then you get a lot more power with the wow mode for that, you know, basically the boost mode, if you will. It's probably the best way to describe it compared to other vehicles. But this still has plenty of pep in its step, and we're gonna give it a quick pull getting on the interstate. Not gonna floor it, but I'm definitely not gonna be easy on it like I usually am. Here we go. Yeah, very, very quick. Hit the wrong button. Now I want to give a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But ride is very good. It's relatively quiet in here. Wind noise is coming through just a tad bit more than I would expect, but I think a lot of that has to do with not having the drone of an engine sound in this truck here. It's a big truck, not necessarily the most aerodynamically efficient one. So you're gonna hear a little bit of wind noise, but it's nothing bad at all. I can still hear myself talk. The radio will probably drown that out anyway. But it's not at all bothersome. Now, considering what you get for the money here, I think $65,000 is a solid deal. Say what you will about EVs depreciation, just the stigma around them, but from a value perspective, if you don't need to take road trips, and even then having the fast charging capability here, this is something that has a lot of promise. When you think about what 65 grand gets you on a traditional pickup truck, it gets you an LT, maybe leather, maybe this, maybe that, but here you have the Evotex interior, which is basically vegan leather. You have heated seats. You have this beautiful looking truck, but the performance on this thing is incredible if you're just talking about keeping it under 80 miles an hour in terms of the pull you get, the acceleration from a stop, the 4-wheel drive that's basically standard on these with dual motors. But then also, I love this Riptide Blue. It's absolutely stunning in person. I love having the 3 outlets here, or the 2 outlets here, I believe, and then all the USB-C ports. There's really nothing that I'm missing here. Now, you could go up to an RST and get the mid-gate, get the cooled seats, get the Super Cruise, but if you don't need that, especially if you're doing a lot of in-town driving, that's why Super Cruise isn't on this one. This one isn't meant for those that basically travel for work, because that's pretty much the only way you're going to be using 450 miles on a charge. This 283 is good for daily driving, for commuting. You have a truck, but you still have something that has the pull, the agility, the get up and go of a, you know, a sports car. And that's what a lot of people don't think about with these trucks. The performance on them is fantastic. They have to be able to handle a lot of torque. And, you know, it's impressive to be at this price point, specifically when you consider, again, how much new trucks are going for that are gas powered. Now, if you compare this to a 30, 32 grand truck 10, 15 years ago that was a single cab Silverado, I mean, yeah. But the fact that a 1500 custom crew cab with basically the only amenity being wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and a power seat goes for almost 50 grand. Why not get all this for 15 grand more and something that is quick, fun to drive, and relatively practical? But all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2026 Silverado EV LT Standard Range.